YouTube, JoJo3102 here, and I have another video for you today. And what I have here today is a project video. I am just recently picked up some stuff, and I'm going to attempt to make a piece of kit. So we're going to go through it and see how it goes, and hopefully this thing will turn out. I'd first like to thank the people at usa.knifemaker.com. That would be Tracy and Laura Mickley. All the stuff I ordered from them. So that's their information. Go check them out. They have stuff for paracord, making knives, sheaths, all kinds of stuff over there. So go check them out at their website. And some of you may know them from their forum, which is knifedog.com or knifedogs.com. That's their forum. So go check them out. And what I have here is, as you can see here, I bought myself some Kydex or Concealex, whichever one. This is the 0.93 inches. So we're going to go ahead and try and make a Kydex sheath today. Now, this is going to be first time making Kydex, using Kydex, so we're going to try it out and see how it works out. I have this little stamper. Okay, use a hammer on that, along with these rivets. Okay, or fasteners. These are what mold or roll them over so that they'll hold. As well as these three things. What else did I get? I think that was it. Okay. So, but what I'm trying to make a sheath for, I'm starting off small, is I'm going to make a sheath for this widgie bar. Pico widgie bar, straight edge, with the lanyard paracord wrap on it. So we're going to try and make a paracord or a Kydex sheath for that. Okay. I got a couple things. I don't have all probably the proper tools that you would need, so we're going to see how this works out. This may work out and be the greatest thing since sliced bread, or the worst thing since the A-bomb. So we're going to see, okay? So stay tuned and let's see what happens. Okay, so what we're going to do next, as I said, we're going to use this widgie bar here, is what I'm making a Kydex sheath for. And hopefully you guys can see this. All I'm doing is I'm just going to put the sheath, or put the widgie bar here, how far deep down I want it to go. Kind of just measure it out so I have some extra here. Okay. So there's some extra here at the bottom for when you fold it over. And then all I'm going to do is just take my razor blade here. Hopefully this will work. Come down a couple times. Ooh, went way off the mark on that one. This is why proper equipment is so essential. Okay? I don't have a workshop or a workbench or any garage or anything like that, so I am here in my kitchen table or kitchen counter trying to cut this. So what we're going to do, we've got a nice little edge there. And we are going to move to, what did I do with it? Using a little bit more power. And that's where the Dremel comes into play. Okay? So we're going to go here and take out our little cutting bit. And we're going to go ahead and try and cut through here. Alright? Okay, so we got it cut off. We got a shred, cut off, cut in half. Okay? Pain in the butt. Let me tell you, having proper tools is a good thing when working with this stuff. Probably because it's so thick. The Dremel did okay, but it would have just taken too long. I found the best way to do it was to get your starter line, take the Dremel and go kind of deep score it across the line that you wanted, and then come across the back and then do a couple passes with the razor blade across the back and then fold it, kind of bend it in half to get it done. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try that again, and we're going to try and fold it in half. Do I want to do it in half? I don't know if I want to do this in half and then fold it over, or just do this whole piece. Alright, so let's go ahead and try and figure that out while we're here, of which is best to do. Okay, so this is 12. We'll do it at the 6-inch mark, which is right about, it's right about here. Alright. So we'll go ahead and try it this way. Score it on one side. A couple times. Give it a nice little groove edge. That out again. Always best to just measure as opposed to eyeballing sometimes. That's not right. Alright. So that's our edge on the other side. We're going to come over here. A couple passes here. Try and keep it straight. Again, if anything you take from this video is to make sure that you have the proper equipment. Okay, so scored it on both sides. Let's see if we can just bend this. Oh, that works so much better. Look at that. Just scoring it. Okay, alright, so we're going to go ahead and heat these up and try and get them to fit for this. Alright, move over here. I said I'm in my kitchen, so don't mind the mess. Alright, so what I got here is a little stovetop pan. I'm just going to lay the Kydex on top of here just so it can heat up in the oven. So go ahead, turn the oven on. Okay, let it warm up a little bit. Then we're just going to place a sheet in here and let it get warmed up and see what we get. Alright, there you go. Okay, so we're just at the point where it's just about pliable enough to work with, so I'm going to go ahead and get on my gloves here. Okay, just something so I don't burn myself, nothing special. These are old gardening gloves that I had, utility gloves. And when it comes out, I'm going to do it kind of quickly, but you'll be able to see how flimsy it was from this, okay, solid piece, to what it is when it's heated up. Heated up the oven to about 400 degrees. It's been about, I'd say about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, and you'll see how flimsy it is. Right here, the pan is extra hot. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Put this where I want it. Right there in the corner. Fold this over. nice and evenly. Okay. As evenly as I can get it. Like that. Wait a minute, get in there. This is the problem with it being hot. And we're ready to, so that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and mat this down a little bit. Alright, we'll come back in a little bit and show you what we got. Alright, we're back. So after letting it cool, okay, molding it down, letting it cool, this is what I got. Okay, so there's that. Not too bad, actually. Probably could have sat something else in there, but what we're going to do now is we're going to drill some holes, put in some brackets, or some, that could go down a little better. Put in some, what are those things called? These things. Notches or whatever. And we're going to go ahead and see what else we got left. Alright? So I got my drill here. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to drill holes first. Start with the smallest and work our way up. In case that's too small. So, where do I want to put this sucker? Hopefully you guys can all see this. It's not too dark. Take one of these guys out, just to make sure. Yeah, that's not big enough. Alright. And what I have down here is I have this little old school Bud Light pouch that's falling apart. Okay, which is fine. And then this bottle opener on top of it. And what I do is I just put this on top of the hole. That way I know so I'm not drilling down into the countertop. Okay, ghetto, very effective, yes. Alright. And I might have to go up another size. Ooh, big boy. And then this. Oh, there we go. Now that's the right fit. Alright, so now that we got that on there, these might be too small either too, but we'll figure that out as we go along. We'll move to this little piece here. Okay, and what this is, from what I gather, is you put this so that it rounds. See, it's flat here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's pretty flat. Excuse my mess. Get a better viewpoint over here. Okay. So as you can see, this notch is pretty flat on the top. What you're going to do is you're going to use this little anvil, this, and a hammer, and you'll end up rounding the top out on there. Or so we're supposed to be able to. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. See if it works. Or not. hopefully this Kydex isn't too thick for this guy, which it might be. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just give it a couple little pounds. Give it a few more. And for better or for worse, and flatten it out. Okay? So there's the first one right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put a couple more holes in here, and we'll be back, see what we got. Alright, YouTube, there it is. My Kydex sheath for my pocket Ouija bar. Okay, fits in there real nice. Okay, not a bad deal for my first time. Okay, what I have to do next, what I did is I took a small screw and bolt nut and just screwed it here at the bottom instead of trying to use one of these because it was too thick, it wasn't going to fit, and I didn't want to waste it doing it, so I just put that on the bottom. Not a big deal. Kind of gives it a little different look. What I have to do next is I have to get something to cut through this. This is too thick for anything that I have, so, and doing it by hand would be too much of a pain in the ass. So yeah, it looks like Walmart, here I come. I may have to go pick up a handsaw or something like that just to cut this extra off, kind of round that, straighten this out, and have it come down a little bit, whatever design I want on there. But I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out pretty well. A little something a little different. And once I'm actually finished with it, I'll go ahead and show you what I did with it and how I'm going to mount it and everything. Alright, so there you go, and stay tuned. And there it is. We have a finished cutout product holster for a Kydex straight Ouija bar with paracord wrap right there. I went and got a Black & Decker handsaw, sort of like a Dremel, but it plugged in and had a bit more power to it. Got another cutting blade. I was able to cut it out, sand it up a little bit, shape it. It's not quite completely finished. Definitely could use a lot more work as far as shaping up on a belt sander or something, but for what I wanted to do to try it out, to practice it, to make a sheath for it, I think this is going to be cool. You know, I can put it on a tech lock. I can attach it as a piggyback on a tech lock. You know, just carry it in the pocket like that, put a lanyard on it. So yeah, I think it's going to work out well. So there it is, my first Kydex project. Okay, or Concealex. There it is. Okay. So, and then this is just a quick show to show how I mounted it. My final product. I have this tech lock here. I got this from Kydex. Okay. And I already have my Boker gnome attached to it here. And as you can see there, right next to it in a single hole, I have the Ouija bar attached to it. So they're both attached there on a tech lock. Kind of squares it up, makes it a little bit wider than a lot, but it's on there pretty good and solid. So we're going to go ahead and test this out and see how it works. And I'll get back to you. Alright, there it is. YouTube, thank you. And peace. Knucklebump.